then said, well, why use this kind of language? And he gave doublespeak to justify doublespeak, which is what I love, because he said, there's no better way to promote economic policy than the euphemistic route.
Wow.
So economic policy means tax increases.
Gee, maybe they ought to find a doublespeak phrase for this salary increase that Congress
They
is
will. Just give them about 5 more minutes. They're probably meeting on it right now.
Then even Ralph Nader may not figure out what they're up to. Now, this doublespeak, you started out every year as what, a member of the National Association of the Teachers of English?
Yeah, it's the National Council of Teachers of English. It's an organization of English teachers from elementary to university level. There's about over 100,000 members.
And you gave these awards out,
Yes.
which you still do.
Yes, we still give the Doublespeak Award each year. We will give the 1989 Doublespeak Award this Friday afternoon. And how this all came about is that English teachers decided that it's important that subject and verbs agree. It's important that we respect the language and use correct language. But respecting the language also means using it honestly, using it to clarify, not to lie and mislead. So in 1972, it established the Committee on Public Doublespeak, one of many committees. And the committee kind of sat around and said, well, what do we do? And then it came up with the idea of the Doublespeak Award in 1974. The very first Doublespeak Award, by the way, went to U.S. Air Force Colonel David Opfer, who at a press conference in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, said to American reporters, you always write it's bombing, bombing, bombing. It's not bombing. It's air support.
And what would you refer to as the victims of air support? Did they have a fancy word for those
collateral
people?
damage.
And that totally dehumanizes, of
Yes.
course. You then, it just sounds like something on your bank statement, I guess.
Yes, civilian casualties in time of war are called collateral damage. The Pentagon issued a study that said the 60 million civilians expected to die in the United States in the event of a nuclear exchange, not a nuclear war, it's an exchange, like when we give gifts to each other, would be collateral damage. And that would be and sometimes collateral damage is caused by the result of incontinent ordnance.
Of incontinence ordnance. That's
Yes.
something that needs to wear like a diaper? That's a bomb with a diaper?
No, I like to say you think of a bomb that welts itself, but really it's bombs or artillery shells that fall on civilian targets by mistake.
It's absolutely amazing. We need to take a break now, and we will be back with William Lutz, whose awards of doublespeak have turned into an entire book of doublespeak. And if you have examples of doublespeak, you can call in with your examples. From New Jersey, 201-489 WABC. From everywhere else, 212-563 WABC. I am Lynn Samuels, sitting in for Bob Grant.
This is your conscience, Jeff.
Oh, no.
It's about your business insurance.
Hey, I'm covered.
But how do you know you have the best policy?
Because my agent said so.
Oh, he compared lots of companies and picked the one that was best for you?
Well, no, he only represents one company. Besides, a policy is a policy.
It is for you, Jeff, because you had no choice.
Are you saying I could have done better?
I'm saying you should ask an independent agent.
An agent on the payroll of a single company limits you to the policy that company happens to offer. Independent agents who represent the CNA insurance companies are free to compare and recommend the strongest companies. Very often they recommend CNA because CNA will be there when you need them. CNA is one of the few major property casualty groups to earn the highest ratings from the top 4 financial rating services.
So it's just freedom of choice, the best company for the best product.
Exactly. Now, aren't you glad you don't have that on your conscience?
Ask your independent agent about the CNA insurance companies. CNA for all the commitments you make.
The 1990 Acura Legend features a 24-valve V6 engine. A responsive double wishbone suspension. A driver's side airbag and available anti-lock brakes. And a cockpit designed to accommodate not only the needs of human beings, but the human form as well. The 1990 Acura Legend. For those people who believe that a luxury automobile should raise more than your status. Precision-crafted performance from Acura.
The next car for auction is a 1983 Chevy Camaro with 52,000 miles, fully loaded. Now, who will open this bid at $50? $50! I've got 50. Do I hear 100?
100.
100. $100. I've got 100. Do I hear 150?
150.
I've got $150. 150. Who'll go 200?
200.
I've got $200. Do I hear 250? I've got 200. Do I hear 250? 200 once, 200 twice. Sold to number 92 for $200. The next car up for sale is a 1986 BMW 320.
In the market for a car, are you aware of the unlimited savings potential involved in buying government-seized or bank-repossessed automobiles? Savings of 40 to 60%, with many for only $100. That's right, $100. The team at Unlimited Savings of America can guide you to the sales throughout your area. To receive a detailed schedule of where the sales will be, just call 1-800-FIND-OUT. That's 1-800-FIND-OUT.
3,100 once, 31 twice. Sold to number 64 for $3,100.
That's 1-800-FIND-OUT. 1-800-346-3688. Call now.
You've always wanted to call, so go ahead and do it. From New Jersey, 201-489-WABC. From everywhere else, 212-563-WABC. And now, here's Bob Grant.
Well, no, it's me today, Lynn Samuels. I'm on normally from, I'm never normal, noon to 2. William Lutz is here, author of Doublespeak. However, first I have to tell you about Sid Simon, Tony Verga, Rosa Arias, my co-workers here who are falling away to nothing. I haven't seen Sid in, a month or 6 weeks. He's on Nutrisystem's diet plan where he gets all his meals. His wife probably loves him more now, Sid, because she doesn't have to cook for him. He brings it home. She, sticks it in the microwave. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks a lot younger, which is another good advantage to Nutrisystem. It makes it, besides the haircut, he just looks younger now that he's thinner. There are over 50 Nutrisystem centers that are located in the tri-state area. The newest one is in the Ironbound section of Newark. If you want to look younger, be thinner, and be more healthy, call 1-800-321-THIN. They'll tell you the Nutrisystem center nearest you. That's 1-800-321-THIN. Nutrisystem succeeds where diets fail you. This book, Doublespeak, has a food quiz on page 40 where William Lutz lists things like Cool Whip topping and Country Time lemonade and Gaines burgers and Preparation H, and then he lists next to it ingredients of things, and you have to figure out what's Preparation H and what's Carnation Instant Breakfast, and you can't do it. It's just all chemicals.
The food label quiz comes at the end of the discussion of food and how words are used to describe and mislead food. And you have to be really careful with labeling in food. Words like light, natural, sugar-free. Sugar-free is a terrific one. Do you think that if it says sugar-free, there's no sugar in it?
No, they put fructose and
You
stuff
got
like
it.
that, right? See, food I know about.
Yes. They can put all different kinds of sucrose, fructose, sorbitol, all kinds of things in it and label it sugar-free. I like the sugar-free gum that is labeled not non-caloric.
That means it has calories.
You got it.
See, these things can really hurt you.
Yes.
That stuff like this, some of it, I guess, is amusing.
Yeah. It's sort of like... There's another quiz that isn't in the book. With things like chronologically gifted. Now, what would that mean, chronologically gifted? Doesn't mean a boy's doll or a police officer. What is chronologically gifted? Those are the people who live in a disengagement community.
Old people?
And
You've been gifted with many years.
Yes. That comes from a retirement community in California, and they prefer to call it a disengagement community where the chronologically gifted live. By the way, every example that I use, I have to document. I do not take it secondhand. I have to have the original proof, either the original clipping or whatever. So I document everything, which means I can use about maybe 70% of the stuff that I collect.
Isn't this like, I don't know, there's something like an ostrich. I mentioned this earlier. You stick your head in the sand. I mean, if you're old, and if you call yourself chronologically gifted, you're still old, and you're not going to live an extra minute by not saying you're old.
And I don't think, at least the people that I know, the senior citizens or old people, they don't like those kinds of phrases used. It's as if there's something wrong with being old. And I don't think there is. I think
Well, you
just
could
the
call
reverse.
children chronologically deprived.
Yes.
At that rate, if old people are gifted, then
Well, then
kids
we
are
would need a
deprived.
government program to address that need.
And then they'd have to raise the revenue enhancement to get that program.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, we don't want to say anything bad about your publisher, but this book is like in the reference section
Yes, it's well hidden.
in the bookstores.
For some reason, my publisher decided that this was a reference book, which to a bookstore means dictionary.
It sounds like doublespeak.
Well, personally, I have nothing against dictionaries. I once edited a thesaurus, but I think it's inappropriate for my
Are
book.
you Roget here? William Lutz Roget?
I edited the Webster's New World thesaurus.
Did you really?
Yes. But I go back into bookstores and I find my book next to things like the Dictionary of Mathematics, or I was really depressed when I saw 2 copies of my book next to 5 copies of How to Write a Romance Novel.
And you realized those people were going to make a lot more money than you were.
Yeah, it sort of indicated a value system there that I found a little depressing. But if people are interested in my book and want to read it, they're going to have to work at finding it. But then I think of it as an educational experience.
Well, the publisher is Harper and Row, so if they can't find it, I guess if they call Harper and Row.
Yes, they can call Harper and Row. In fact, Harper and Row even has an 800 number where you can call. Isn't that great? You know.
Oh yeah, and is that one of those where you can give the Visa number and everything?
Yeah, you
just
can
to
order it
the
right.
book?
Yeah, right.
Do you happen to have that on you?
Are you kidding? It's tattooed on my wrist.
No, that's your lawyer's number in case
Yeah.
you get arrested at the demonstration.
I am a lawyer too, so
Are you?
yes.
Wow. I'm impressed.
But you can call Harper and Row at 800-233-4190.
And order to, this is an absolutely wonderful book. It really is. It's entertaining. It's elucidating.
You can find out what anti-gravity panty. Oh, the number again, 800-233-4190.
Oh, okay. My screener wanted it because then people can just call him and say, what was that number? Now, they use doublespeak to sell you junk that you don't need by calling it junk that you do need under a different name.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
it's used in advertising a lot.
Well, I do a whole chapter on advertising, separate from the doublespeak of business. And I try to show how you have to really be attentive when you see an ad, when you read an ad, to find out what it's really saying. And what you really find out is that ads say almost nothing, absolutely nothing. Let me give one brief example to show you how this language is very serious stuff. Advertisers use words very, very carefully. They know well what words mean. The word virtually, for example, they use according to the dictionary definition, which is defined as virtually means not in fact. So dishes that are left virtually spotless are not in fact spotless. Now, let me give you some real ramifications of this. Some years ago, a woman taking birth control pills became pregnant. She sued the pharmaceutical manufacturer for breach of warranty. In the court trial, both sides stipulated that there was no fault on her part, that is, that she took the pills incorrectly. Both sides agreed that she did. The judge in the case took the product insert. You know when you get those pills and they have that fine print on that big, long piece of paper? And he read it. And you know what that piece of paper said? When taken as directed, it provides virtually 100% protection against pregnancy. The judge said, hey, virtually doesn't mean entirely.
Aww.
You lose. So those words, every word in an ad is very carefully chosen to say and not say what the product manufacturer wants to
I mean,
to
you
say
have
and not
this
say.
thing, and they do this with batteries. It lasts up to twice as long. And you're right, they never tell you really twice as long as what?
And it's up to. Now, all they have to do is out of a
Get
million
one battery.
get one battery to do that, and it's up to.
You know, it's interesting. You could run into like a thing where I would want to say you should make a law against this because it's illegal, and then I guess you run into we have a First Amendment.
Well, yes, it's called commercial free speech, but there is a law, which I just...
Oh, we need a traffic report. Right, and that we need a vehicular movement something or other here.
Vehicular pattern adjustment.
Okay, with Joe Nolan.
That should be my new title, Vehicular Pattern Adjuster, instead of
Okay.
Traffic Reporter. I like that. We've got ourselves some... Maybe I get more money if I have a fancy title like that. We've got some delays as you travel out onto the Bruckner Expressway in both directions and on the boulevard as well. Again, all lanes are closed from the Sheridan Expressway to the Bruckner Interchange, westbound Cross Bronx Heavy Bruckner to 3rd, West Side Highway Deegan, and, Harlem River Drive, really not too much out of the ordinary. I think tomorrow is when we're really going to see this crunch, because lots of people come down that Bruckner and head into the Triborough. I mean, it was bad tonight. It was heavy, but it wasn't anywhere near what I had thought it was going to be, and then later we'll have to wait and see for tomorrow morning. And, of course, you keep it right here. When Steve comes in the morning, we'll have all the information for you. Outbound Lincoln and Holland, 15 to 20, and on the Garden State Parkway, still some delays southbound into Interchange 131. And this report is sponsored by your Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Now get $300 to $1,000 cash back on select new models from dealer stock. See the cars America is going for at Chrysler Plymouth, America's way to go. I'm Joe Nolan, Metro Traffic Control on WABC's Bob Grant program with Lynn Samuels.
Tell me, Mr. Williams, how did you come to be the richest, most powerful man in the world?
Well, Bingham, it all started when I bought my Toyota Camry V6.
Really?
Oh, yes. Before that, I lived like most men, quietly desperate, afraid of life.
Yes.
Then I got my Camry, and shortly thereafter, my life began to change. When I drove my Camry with its V6, 156 horsepower engine, I felt a new sense of personal power. I began to laugh out loud at men in lesser cars. Ha 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 ha! Like that.
Yes.
Of course, women sensed my power. Their nostrils would flare as I drove by.
Oh, good show.
Eventually, this newfound sense of power led to my position as president of the very big corporation of America.
Yes, well, sounds as though this Camry V6 is really quite some car.
Oh, not just a car, Bingham. An adventure.
I love what you do for me, Toyota. Every morning, every woman got a little dream of a beach in the Caribbean. Off the beaten track, undetected, you can connect with the unexpected. We've got your place in the sun, Continental.
Your place? Continental's got it in Bermuda and the Caribbean, with non-stops to St. Martin, St. Thomas, Aruba, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic.
Water so blue, sky so blue too, a tropical smile on every face around you. Find a palm tree, romantic hideaway, play in the water, dance the night away. We've got your place in the sun.
Get a Grand Destinations vacation package to St. Martin for only $489 per person, double occupancy. The package includes round-trip airfare, 3 nights at the Summit Resort, and more. For information on our other Caribbean packages, call Continental's Grand Destinations.
No, I'm just going to take Bob's time. That's all right. Now that I'm interviewing William Lutz, author of Doublespeak, which is now a book, but you may have to look in the reference section in the bookstore. We'll give the 800 number again where you can call Harper and Row.
Okay, 1-800-233-4190.
And if you know people that are interested in language, may I add, this would be a great Christmas present, because this book is endlessly fascinating. It really is. I'm going to, the phone numbers from Jersey, 201-489-WABC, from New York and Connecticut, 212-563-WABC. And one way that William Lutz adds to this and gives the awards every year is that people call in on these appearances you make and give you leads, right,
Yes.
about other doublespeak things. Now, I could talk to you forever, but we'll talk to Pat. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, Lynn. Mr. Lutz, I think your book would make a great Christmas present.
Oh, thank you.
And my first thought when I first heard the very beginning of the show, listening to all the talk of government people, etc., the first thing I thought about were doctors who tell you that you may experience a little bit of discomfort.
Yes, I have discomfort in there.
Later, you're writhing in pain.
Yeah, that's what Bob Grant has from his root canal. He has discomfort.
Yes. It's
Called...
slight discomfort.
Yeah, it's slight discomfort, which means stark, raving, mad pain.
Excruciating,
Yes.
Or it means pain that you feel and not me. I guess that's the other thing.
And if you get too much discomfort, that can lead to negative patient care outcome.
Right.
You know what that is?
No.
Negative patient care outcome is...
The patient died.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it figures. I'm not surprised.
And then that way they don't have to say anybody ever dies in a hospital, right?
Right. Well, then it's almost as good as the physician who said that the patient failed to fulfill his wellness potential.
Do they really say that?
Actually, it's getting too depressing for me now.
Okay.
It's funny, but it can go into depression.
Okay, thank you. Check out the book. It really is wonderful. Hi, Ted.
Yeah, I used to rewind electric motors and armatures in the Navy. Do you know what a special pneumatic impactor is?
Hammer.
That's right. Our shop got a bill for 12 of them in 1985, and they were $1,000 apiece.
Okay, special pneumatic
Impactor.
That's
right.
I've got about 3 words for hammer in my book, but I haven't run across that one. I like that one. But they're all from the military, by the way.
We needed them, and we got the bill after we...
$1,000.
They were $1,000 apiece.
Yeah, because a regular hammer, what does a good hammer cost? 10, 12 bucks?
Well, that's almost as good as...
special ones, because they're brass, and they're $1,000 apiece.
Well, that's almost as good as the hexaform rotatable surface compression unit.
What is that?
That's a steel nut.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Oh, see, this is where Bill Lutz gets all these new things. Who was that, Ted or Donald? I forget who I was just talking to. Who's next? All right, because these you get to go fast. Hi, Donald.
Hello.
Where are you?
I'm on the Staten Island Expressway.
Oh, all right. Hurry up, because you're buzzing. You sound awful.
Okay. Well, one of my favorites is the word suboptimal.
Oh, I love that. That is...
You use when you really...
Oh, well, he's on a car phone. They do that. Oh. Donald, you're like out more than you're in. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, Donald. These, car... Is there a fancy word for a car phone?
Haven't run into one yet.
A vehicular communicating...
Probably mobile telecommunications unit.
Oh, yeah. I know that expression. Do you find yourself speaking this way sometimes? Do you ever fall into doublespeak just because you experience so much of it and write about it?
I don't fall into it unconsciously. I really have to work at it because I try not to fall into it. You have to be careful. The problem with doublespeak is that if you start using it unthinkingly, you're not thinking. You are mouthing words that are not connected to thought, and that's the problem with doublespeak. That's the great danger with doublespeak. They become words without meaning, and we think we understand what the words mean, and we really don't. And then we get into trouble.
Well, you notice that in the mayoral campaign that just happened, somebody would say something. I would hear Giuliani make make some ridiculous statement, and then the next day the callers would all call me up, and whatever phrase Giuliani had used, you would hear people using.
Yes.
Who probably really hadn't thought about what it meant, but their candidate had said it.
The best example of that that you can cite is the Watergate hearings, when nobody used at this point in time or at that point in time until John Dean used it. Everybody watched it on television, heard it on the evening news, and everybody started using it. That's why doublespeak spread, because of mass communication. We can hear doublespeak uttered by a person on the evening news. Tens of millions of people hear it. Millions start imitating it, and it moves into the language, and it becomes word disconnected from thought.
And we have enough problems with that. Okay, you people, 212-563-WABC, and from Jersey, 201-489-WABC. The book is Doublespeak. The author is William Lutz. I'm sitting in for Bob Grant, who's taking a cruise on his root canal. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Lynn. Love you in the afternoon, and I love you in the evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're even better at night. Well, anyway, Mr. Lutz, I've enjoyed your radio talks from time to time. I've heard you on various stations. And I was in the Air Force for about 3 years, and I'd like to take you to task. We never said air support for bombing, because air support referred to both bombing and fighter support. What we said was the vertical deployment of anti-personnel devices resulting in the neutralization of unfriendly strategic points. And if in fact the bombs did not fall out of the plane, which I was on a B-52 for my stint, we would say it was a negative deployment of anti-personnel devices.
Actually, I have most of that, but the air support came from, it was documented in the New York Times, and it was documented on videotape.
We always referred to air support as being both bomber and fighter cover.
Oh, yes, that I realize.
Actual bombing, because I was, flying around in one of those crates, and I wouldn't get into one now, to save my life. but because they were falling apart anyway, we always referred to it as the vertical deployment.
Yeah, and it was also, by the way, protective reaction strikes, and there could be limited duration protective reaction strikes.
Oh, my goodness. When were you in the Air Force?
Actually, I wasn't, but one of my students, when I taught at the University of Wisconsin, had been a PIO, which he said described exactly what he wasn't supposed to do, and he gave me a copy of his workbook that he had worked out of, and on the left-hand side was a list of words that you weren't allowed to use, and the right-hand side was the substitute words.
Well, you never said killed. You said
Never.
neutralized.
Yes, you neutralize the target.
Absolutely. Or the strategic point of the unfriendly and such and such and such.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I'm not going to wait till Christmas. I'm going to go out and buy it for myself.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you very much. See, the military is probably one of the worst offenders in this.
Not in amount of numbers, but I think in severity, that is in consequences. One of my favorite examples occurred just 2 years ago. We find out that in basic training in the U.S. Army, it's no longer killing the enemy, it's servicing the target.
Oh, that's terrible. Somebody wants me to autograph something, and she wants to go home, too, so I'm telling her to bring it in. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Mr. Lutz.
Hi.
I had the pleasure of speaking to you a couple of years ago on the Alan Combs show, and I had given you a doublespeak for doublespeak, and you had taken it down at that time. You mentioned you might put it into the book, and I was wondering if you did.
Can you remember what it was that you gave me?
Well, I was jotting it down now, and I sort of extended it. It's a verbal effort to cause conscious confusion and subterfuge by using alternate meanings and intent to extend, mitigate, and enhance motivation.
Yes,
What?
Yes, I do remember taking that down, and let me tell you the story of what happened. All the notes that I took during that show, I lost.
Oh.
I lost, and I got a lot of great doublespeak out of that show, and I had 2 pages that I lost. I lost the whole folder. I think I left them in the studio, and no one ever found them. They looked for it, and they couldn't find it.
Now,
They were gonna
wait a
send it
minute.
to
There
me.
must be a better phrase than lost. There must be doublespeak for that. You would never lose anything.
Well, we could call it inventory shrinkage.
Yes.
Would you like to take it down now?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Okay, it's a verbal effort
Yep,
to cause conscious confusion and subterfuge
I remember that part.
by using alternate meanings
Yep.
and intent
Mm-hmm.
to extend, mitigate, and enhance motivation.
Okay, extend, mitigate, and enhance.
And enhance.
Oh, I got the right word, enhance.
What does that mean again?
That's doublespeak for doublespeak.
Okay. So that's now, wait a minute. We've now moved into quadruple speak here, haven't we?
I guess so. We're doubling as we speak.
This is also called piling it higher and deeper.
Right.
Yes.
We've achieved PhD.
Yes.
Okay, thank
All right,
you.
Thank you very much.
Good. Now, don't
Bye-bye.
don't let your inventory shrink again. With
Oh
that.
no! I've got to hang on to that.
Don't lose that paper again, Bill. That's what I wanted to say. We're talking to William Lutz, whose wonderful yearly doublespeak awards have turned into a wonderful book. I'm Lynn Samuel, sitting in for Bob Grant, and this portion of the Bob Grant Show is sponsored by Infinity, a new concept in luxury cars.
Nature equals comfort equals luxury. Infinity. How do you convey the sense of comfort and security that you feel within an Infinity Q45 luxury sedan? By talking about a 4.5-liter engine, leather seats, the instrument panel, the feel of the road? No, you test drive one. The Q45 luxury sedan and the M30 Sports Coupe from Infinity. A comfortable, more personal kind of luxury. Visit Infinity of Massapequa, 4450 Sunrise Highway in Massapequa, or check the yellow pages for the name of the dealer near you. Thank you.
Apple Computer presents an offer for the indecisive. If you've been thinking about buying a computer...
Well, I did, but then I thought, no, but I'm interested.
But aren't sure, during the Apple free trial run, you can take home any qualifying Apple II or Macintosh system and try it out till the end of the year, absolutely free.
Both? Can I get both?
If you like your computer, you can buy it, and if you don't, you can bring it back.
It's nice to have the option to bring it back if I wanted to.
Thank you.
Nah, I keep it.
And now Apple Computer presents an offer for the decisive.
I know exactly what I want.
If you already know all the astounding things an Apple can do.
I do.
And you're ready to buy one now.
I am.
Apple will give you back up to $300 on printers and other qualifying peripherals.
I want the laser printer, a scanner, and 3 reams of paper.
Just visit your participating authorized Apple dealer, choose an Apple system, and save from $150 to $300.
Take the money, buy a sweater, blue, put the rest in the bank.
Thank you. Certain restrictions and credit requirements apply. And here's the first decision you can make. Check your Sunday paper for the Apple dealers near you that are participating in this offer. You'll have to decide for yourself which one is closest.
We're back. What's in a name? Well, Shakespeare is writing at its best, Rembrandt is painting, Rodin is sculpture, and Dr. John Sinelli is cosmetic surgery at its best. Dr. John Sinelli, both a dear friend and a superb cosmetic surgeon, has over the past 25 years achieved world fame in both the facial and body procedures. He has innovated while chief of staff at prestigious New York hospitals. But, and this is so important, the positively magnificent results he has bestowed on grateful patients from all walks of life. Dr. John Sinelli has performed some of his surgical magic on me years ago. Well, Bob's supposed to be reading this. It made Bob's life a lot sweeter. So if you're considering cosmetic surgery, call Dr. John Sinelli now for a courtesy consultation. There is no charge. Dr. John Sinelli is at 1149 Park Avenue in Manhattan. You can reach him at 212-289-7475. That's 212-289-7475. I am Lynn Samuels with William Lutz, author of the book Doublespeak, and I'm being nice because I could just talk to him forever. Mark, you're on WABC.
Yeah, hi, Lynn. I wanted to ask Mr. Lutz a question.
Okay.
You seem to have this message, and you seem to be saying that your message is that you'd like to discourage people from using the English language, from trying to deceive and mislead.
Well, I would like to discourage that, but more importantly, I would like to encourage each individual to become a critical consumer of language. That is, to weigh carefully, think critically, and evaluate the language that is directed toward you.
Okay, I mean, that makes a little more sense to me, because what you said before was, one of the central themes of your book is to discourage this, and to me that's almost like saying, well, let's just tell everybody to be honest, in other words.
Oh, no. See?
I mean, because if people aren't going to, if people don't use the English language to deceive, what else are they going to use to deceive? I mean, the Spanish language?
Right. You're exactly right. No, the message is that this language just doesn't happen. It doesn't come about from sloppiness or carelessness. People think that this is grammatical error or sloppy thinking. It's not. It's a very sophisticated use of language by very, very intelligent people. And I'm certainly not going to stop it. This is not a lone person crusade. What I'm saying is that just as we are critical consumers of any other product, we should be critical consumers of language as well. So that just as we would take back the toaster that we buy that doesn't work, so we should look at this language and say, I'm not going to buy revenue enhancement. And by the way, the responsibility for clarity and communication lies with the speaker, not with the listener. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm not sure what you're saying to me here. You want to explain that again or run it past me again? And if we would just start doing that, and demanding a little more clarity, or simply being honest and saying, I'm sorry, I just don't understand what you're saying. I think that would go a long way to clearing this up.
Especially to politicians. That's what I say. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Okay, thanks, Lynn.
Bye-bye. Peggy, you're on WABC.
Yeah, hi, Lynn.
Hi.
I have one that, I don't know that it's doublespeak. It's more like gobbledygook. You get off the Parkway. I live in Jersey, and you come up and there's a hill, and they have a sign there that says limited sight distance. And I have no idea how those 3 words, I know what they're saying. They're telling me that you won't be able to see those cars, it's going to hit you. But why limited sight distance? It's just...
Oh, I've seen the sign, and I'll tell you, the first time I saw it, it entertained me for the next hour trying to figure out what it meant.
I'm trying to say, okay, limited sight, but what limited view? What's there to say? I don't know. Limited sight distance.
Why not say watch out?
Don't make a left unless you're clear. It's crazy.
Well, that's like the impact attenuation devices on the highway.
Impact attenuation. The brakes?
No, those are those barrows that they put out there as barriers.
Sure.
What else? Are there more traffic ones? I don't drive, so I would never know any of those.
It's just an annoyance. It means nothing.
Well, most things actually do mean nothing.
Well,
thank you.
But she raises an important point. When you're driving along at about 60 to 70 miles an hour, you don't have time to sit and figure out what these signs mean.
That's true. I mean, a lot of these are just ultimately dangerous. If you have any examples, you're going to be able to get in because you notice I'm speeding the calls along, which I never do. From New Jersey, 201-489-WABC. From everywhere else, 563-WABC. What, again, do you have that 800 number since this book, Doublespeak, is apparently not that easy to find?
You can call toll-free at 800-233-4190 and order it right over the phone.
With your Visa or your MasterCard or whatever you have. Okay, Marvin, you're on WABC with William Lutz.
You mentioned lost. I just thought of something. Temporarily displaced inventory.
Temporarily displaced inventory.
Something.
That's as good.
I was sitting at the dinner table, and you said lost. It just hit me. I don't know where it came from, but that's what I thought of.
It sounds legitimate to me. You can tell when it has a certain ring of authenticity.
Well, okay.
Very good. You have a whole new...
How much is your book?
$17.95 full value. If you go to the discount store, I think it's about $15.
I'm going to buy it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Great Christmas present. You know, this is going to be more dangerous, as they keep saying that kids in school, they don't know how to read anymore or think, and people are going to be easier to fool with this doublespeak stuff as people get less educated.
Yes. Learning doublespeak is critical thinking, critical reading. It's exercising your critical faculties to the utmost. Because, again, I have to keep reminding people, the people who use this language, who create it and use it, are very, very intelligent, sophisticated users of language who work hard and understand the power of language.
And they do it deliberately to fool everybody. Hi, Steve. You're on WABC.
Yeah, hi. I had a couple that I'm sorry. I had a couple that came to mind. For a talk show host.
Yes.
A dialogue entertainment conductor.
Very good.
And for Joe Nolan, the traffic reporter, a metropolitan arterial analyst.
I like that. That's good. That's almost as good as a member of the Vertical Transportation Corps.
Because he
the Vertical Transportation Corps is an elevator operator, I assume?
Yes, that is.
This is not doublespeak, but something also with language that I always thought was quite funny. Years ago, when Floyd Bennett Airfield at the end of Brooklyn used to be an active naval air station, they had a sign on Flatbush Avenue, all the way at the end of Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, that said, "Caution, low-flying planes." And I always wondered, am I supposed to pull my head into my shell, or what exactly did that sign mean?
Oh, that's one of the...
what do you do? That's true. You've got a point.
That's one of the great ambiguous signs of all time. By the way, it is cited in textbooks as a model of ambiguity.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I always wonder, every time I pass that, and I used to pass it every day, I used to say, what does that mean? What am I supposed to do?
Well, you're supposed to, have a lower car, a car that goes up and down.
I used to duck. I used to slide down in the seat,
Oh, well, that's good. And then you would have no visual contact or something, and you'd crash. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
I'm Lynn Samuels. We're talking to William Lutz. This wonderful book, finally, is called Doublespeak. And we will be back. I'm sitting in for Bob Grant, who, is having problems with his root canal. We'll be back after this.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Lugnut.
You're that nut Frank, aren't you?
Yes. Are you watching Wheel of Fortune?
Yes.
I asked you not to.
Too late, Frank. I know all about the contest.
You're bluffing.
Does winning a trip to Walt Disney World and the new Disney MGM Studios theme park via Delta Airlines ring a bell?
Who else knows?
Everyone. All the details are on tonight's show. I'm going to practice play and beat you, Frank.
Mrs. Lugnut, if you weren't my mother,
Bye, Frank.
Play along with the wheel and win tonight at 7:30 on 2.
Don't touch my wheel.
Sears now has great low prices. And right now, 0% financing until February on qualified purchases over $200 on Sears Charge. See store for details. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, TVs, VCRs, furniture, bedding, and carpeting. All with no billing, no payments, and no finance charges until February. But it's the last weekend, so hurry to Sears before Sunday. Great low prices, 0% financing. That's your money's worth and a whole lot more.
This is George Burns, straight man, actor, country singer, and part-time author. In my last book, I told you about my lifelong love affair with Gracie. Now I'd like to tell you about some of my other affairs. My on-stage and off-stage affairs with all my best friends.
All My Best Friends, a fabulous new book by America's best love star. We fell in love with George Burns' #1 bestseller, Gracie. Now George takes us down memory lane with all his best friends, recalling the laughter, the regrets, and the real stories about Jolson, Jessel, Durante, Sophie Tucker, Carol Channing, Bob Hope, and many others. George Burns makes you laugh and cry as he tells you about the first time he saw Milton Berle and the last time he saw his best friend Jack Benny. George Burns' All My Best Friends, a wonderful new bestseller from Putnam.
Most of what I say is true. The rest is show business.
Okay, people, do you know that a $50,000 commercial dishwasher sold at auction for $50,000, I don't know what I said, sold at auction for $50 to a hotel? That was from Forbes magazine. A $2,000 eight-piece bedroom suite sold for $600. There was an oil portrait by Egon Schiele from Europe, which was bought for $5,000, ended up selling for $2.4 million. In Detroit, you animal rights people are going to love this, a $5,000 mink coat with the price tag still on it sold for $600. And a full-length white mink coat valued at $18,000 sold for just $1,400. This is from the success file of Rex Publishing. These are all documented sales. And the people found out about these sales by ordering the action guide for government auctions. This is how you get the inside secrets about government auctions. Then you get a special hotline phone number, and you can even get on the government special mailing lists. All you have to do to get bargains like this, how about Denver condominiums owned by HUD, were sold, they were placed on the market for as little as $100. That's where all our money went. If you want to know about sales like this, call 1-800-822-2470. 1-800-822-2470 for the action guide to government auctions.
Spend your late nights with Freddie Mertz. Set me straight. I'll take you on. In fact, all the calls so far, even the disagree calls, have been so polite. Find me somebody who wants to spar with me, okay?
Freddie Mertz, late nights 3 till 6, here on WABC.
Okay, we're back for the last few minutes with William Lutz. What was the stock market crash, really?
Oh, the October 87 stock market crash was really a fourth quarter equity retreat.
Uh-huh. That's good. I guess they should have told that to Custer at his last stand there. Hi, Carol.
I listen to you every day. I'm a professional salesperson, and I feel like you're my friend. I really do. I love your
thank
show.
you.
Hi, Mr. Lutz.
Hello.
I can't believe you haven't mentioned the sales profession yet.
Oh, well, you mean a sales advisor of a previously distinguished automobile?
That's terrific. I got two quick good ones for you.
Okay.
Instead of asking for a deposit, we ask for initial investment.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, and instead of a contract or signing a contract, we ask to approve an agreement, and that seems to work for us.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That
Thank
sounds
you.
so much less threatening than signing a contract.
Exactly. People don't like certain words. Agreements are fine, but contracts are, to be avoided.
Sign a K, huh?
Okay, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem.
Bye-bye. I'm just filling in for Bob Grant today for you people that are still upset. And if you've fallen in love with me, I'm on noon to 2, Monday to Friday. Hi, Erica.
Oh, hi, Lynn. Hi, I've been listening to you for half my life. It's
Ah,
nice to hear you at this time.
Thank you.
I teach. You mentioned something about what do the kids in school think of this?
Yes.
All this nonsense. I teach language-impaired kids, supposedly. That's their problem. They have a linguistic difference. They're not impaired, they have a linguistic difference.
Yes.
And one of the things I work on is, like, what the heck's going on with the doublespeak. So I recall that I too suffer from inventory shrinkage or maybe inappropriately assigned paraphernalia, so I can't remember who said this.
I like inappropriately assigned paraphernalia.
Yes, I like
That's
that
good.
too. Hey, you may have a career here.
Well, it has a positive ring that it was assigned somewhere. So I gave them something. I think it was Larry Steaks of Doublespeak, but they asked something about what is Reagan going to do about the housing, and these are inner city kids in the Bronx. So I gave them a sentence on the board. What is Mr. Reagan going to do about, the low-income housing and the homeless and all that? And, yes, there has been a dramatic escalation in the decrease of appropriate housing for low-income families.
Oh, yes, it's a
dramatic escalation in the decrease, so it sounds positive.
Sounds positive, that's it.
Yeah, it's like a increasing rate of inflation.
That's it. You
wow.
got it.
The hour is up.
Oh,
is the hour up?
Oh, well, thank you, by the way. That's wonderful.
Thank you. That's really good.
Okay, they got into realizing they were being misled appropriately or inappropriately.
Well, I hope you retrieve that misappropriated paraphernalia or whatever that is. One more time, since this doublespeak book that is so much fun is inappropriately displayed in the reference section. What's the direct line, the 800 number for people to order this?
Okay, the 800 number is 800-233-4190. And if you go to the bookstore, go way to the back where all the dictionaries are and scour the shelves, and you find the book back
and
there.
This is a bright cover. It's yellow and red and white. It's real. You can't miss it. Do you have? We have about 20 seconds. Do you have an absolute favorite doublespeak?
Yes, the Department of Defense.
Department of Defense.
Which until 1947 was the Department of War, so we no longer have a war budget, we only have defense budgets, and as a Pentagon spokesperson said, everything the Department of Defense does is for peace.
Thank you, William Lutz. WABC. It's 7 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Doug Limerick. There are reports that an American has been kidnapped by a terrorist group in Lebanon. Let's get details from ABC's John McQuethy at the State Department.
The group that claims to have kidnapped the 2 West Germans and the 1 American has not been heard from before, U.S. officials say. The Just Revenge organization offered proof that they had indeed grabbed 3 hostages by providing photocopies of their passports. The woman, who is alleged to be an American journalist and publisher, Deborah Farrand, is said to be 54 years old and a world traveler. U.S. officials say, though Farrand's passport was supposed to have been issued in San Francisco, they are having trouble finding any record of her. John McQuethy, ABC News, the State Department.
If that woman has been abducted, it means 9 Americans are now being held hostage in Lebanon. More news after this.
Ford JBL Audio Systems present the sound invention.
Hey, Og, stop playing with the brontosaurus and come into the cave.
What's up?
Well, I think I invented something.
Oh?
See, I go way back here and... Oh!
Wowzers.
Makes my voice sound better, huh?
Sure does.
Want to hear some music?
What's music?
Here, hand me that bone and that stick.
Gee, Og, you really got something there.
Thanks.
I mean, the low-end distortion is practically eliminated.
I know.
What do you call this invention?
The optional Ford JBL audio system.
Ooh, wowzers.
Yes, the history of beautiful sound goes back a long way at Ford. Until today, the Ford JBL Audio System is among the finest sound systems in or out of a car.
Where are you going to put this Ford JBL audio system, Og?
In a car.
Car?
One of those things on wheels.
Wheels?
Yeah, I'm going to name it after my pet brontosaurus.
How about just Taurus for short?
Works for me. Oh!
Ford JBL Audio Systems, the sound of quality. Hear it at your Ford or Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Senior officials at the Pentagon are predicting the fighting in El Salvador will soon be over. They expect the leftist rebels to propose a ceasefire within the next 3 days. They say the guerrillas now hold only a few areas within San Salvador and another city, San Miguel.